Most people's experience with AI is this. You open a chat window, you type a question, you get an answer. Sometimes it's impressive, sometimes it's generic garbage. Either way, you close the tab and go back to work. That's a chatbot. And if that's your mental model for AI, everything you've heard about AI transforming business sounds like hype. Because a thing that answers questions doesn't run a business. People do work, answers don't. Agentic AI is a different animal. An agent doesn't just answer, it does. A chatbot waits for a question, gives you one answer, and forgets you. An agent takes a goal, opens your documents, cross-references your systems, writes the output, checks its own work, and tells you what it did. Not one answer. A chain of actions, end to end. Here's a concrete version. Say a customer sends you a request for a quote, a PDF with drawings and a parts list. The chatbot version of AI, you copy-paste some text in and ask what parts are in this. Mildly useful. The agent version, it takes the whole PDF, pulls every part into your quoting template, checks each one against your inventory system, flags what you don't stock, finds current pricing and availability for the missing pieces, and hands you a quote sheet that's 90% done. While it was doing that, you were doing something else. That's the difference, and it's not a small one. A chatbot saves you a Google search. An agent saves you an afternoon. Now, why isn't everybody already doing this? Because the tools are new, and because there's a catch. An agent is only as good as the context you give it. Out of the box, it knows nothing about your company. It doesn't know your part numbering, your margins, which customer always wants expedited shipping, or that the spec sheet from that one supplier is always wrong in the same way. Feed it nothing, and you get generic output, and then you conclude AI doesn't work. That conclusion is wrong, and it's wrong in an expensive way. It's not an intelligence problem, it's a setup problem. The companies actually getting results aren't using smarter AI than you have access to. Same models, anyone can buy them. The difference is, they built the system around their actual workflow. They treated the AI like a new hire, gave it the documents, the templates, the access, the standards, taught it the job. A new hire with no training is useless too. You wouldn't blame the hire, you'd blame the onboarding. And here's the part most people haven't caught up to yet. These agents work unattended. Hand one a folder of documents at 3 in the afternoon, and the analysis is waiting at 7 the next morning. It worked while the building was empty. The question stops being how many hours did a person spend on this, and becomes, did anyone set the system up to do this at all? So the real question for any business, and manufacturing might be the biggest opportunity of all because it's full of document-heavy, repetitive, rules-based work, isn't should we look into AI? It's which of our processes eats skilled people's time on work a well-set-up agent could carry. The tools are cheap and getting cheaper. The know-how to wire them into a real operation is the scarce part. That's what this channel is about. Not AI theory, not hype. What actually works inside real companies, what doesn't, and how to tell the difference. If a process at your company came to mind while you watch this, that instinct is usually right. Subscribe. The next video is about the single best first AI project for most manufacturers, and why.